What's going on, everybody? Daryl Andrews, Coach D here again. Just doing another LinkedIn Live. Just this time, not necessarily to teach anything in particular or share any specific strategies in particular, but just to give you a little bit of an update as to um, some of the things we're going to be doing here in the near future. Um, and I have the privilege of working from home today. That's the beauty of living in the world of hybrid. You can work at your office or you can work at home. So today I choose home. And as many of you know, we created a really powerful framework called the Equity 3M Framework for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. It is a model that's starting to take on a lot of attraction and work with organizations throughout the country. And the primary reason why is its approach. Um, Many of you have heard me mention multiple times that diversity, equity, and inclusion is not a head issue; it's a heart issue. And a lot of times with this subject, people are putting so much emphasis on the head that they're not thinking about the heart. And people don't change unless they change from the inside out. And that's not something you can force people to do. And so I know some people don't necessarily agree with that. Good morning, Carissa. How are you? Nice to meet you. Hope things are well. And um, and if you feel led to share some thoughts, please do in the chat feature because this is a subject everybody's talking about right now. I'm going to share a few places we're going to be doing presentations over the next few weeks, just to give you some ideas, some of the work we're doing. Got some pretty big conferences in which we're going to be keynoting and doing workshops for. And so, for those who don't know me, I've been doing keynotes and conferences now for 20 years. I mean, literally thousands of them all over the country. And, just honor that the work that we do can be recognized in such a way that major organizations want to bring us in to keynote on various topics. So, but just want to quickly again share this whole thing of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we're going to be doing some speeches at some conferences about this. They're going to be insightful, interactive. But for me, what I really want them to do is be something that awakens people to the truth. Because there's a lot of folks out here who are saying things, basically out of emotion, but they're not saying it out of logic and reason. And so, in order to be able to shift people's paradigms, there's a way that you go about it to be able to engage people. If I can't have a conversation with you, I can't impact you, and vice versa. And so, what we've been doing is working with organizations in our model to spearhead these conversations, to get people to talking to one another, to get people to share their challenges. Now, you can't share your challenges with everybody because not everybody's going to understand nor want to embrace them. But you can find certain individuals who are very comfortable with having conversations with you and giving you insight into what could be done to build these inclusive DEI cultures that so many organizations are trying to build. So we've got a unique approach via coaching and training, that's designed to give people a place in which they can go and learn and expand their knowledge when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion. All right. So when I say we, it's the team that I have here, and my business partners out there like Pierre Campbell, who you've heard me say many times. This is what we do every day. You know what I mean? Literally every single day. I just got off a call with a dear friend and new customer. We're going to be doing some work. We've done some work with our leaders over the last couple of months in our think tanks, and now we're going to be doing some training with our staff. But both on the same page, tracking each other as far as our thoughts on this topic. And as Pierre Campbell always says, diversity, equity, and inclusion is a human relation issues first. So it's about human relations. And so it's great to have customers like the person I just mentioned who understands that. And so next week on the 26th, I'll be doing a presentation, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion from the Inside Out for Wisconsin Works Conference. And I think there's multiple agencies involved with that. And I can't remember how many people they said, probably like close to 1,000 people will be a part of it. And so I'm one of their major conference presenters. They have a 2-day conference on the second day where I'll be, again, doing some work with the great people in Wisconsin. I've been there many times on various occasions, speaking at conferences, doing trainings for different organizations, coachings. But it's going to be nice to speak at that conference. And my hope is that it's going to, if you're in Wisconsin and you're a part of this, it's going to give you some insight into the real power of diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's not just a bunch of stuff being thrown at people, but it's working from the inside out. When we're looking at mindset, we're looking at motivation and memorization and culture and things like that. And so looking forward to that. And then on the 27th, I'll be speaking to a group out of Spokane, Washington. It's Career Path Services. And I just mentioned a conversation I had with one of their great leader. And we're going to be doing staff development there on diversity, equity, inclusion, and in some other aspects of it that I think is going to be advantageous to the staff and all throughout the state of Washington. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be insightful, and it's going to help them grow in their diversity initiatives there. And it's a great workforce development group. Met them through the National Association of Workforce Development Professionals. Looking forward to working with them. And then one of the bigger conferences that take place in our country is the Texas Workforce Commissions Conference. And they have their annual conference. This will be my second time speaking there. Spoke there a couple of years ago before COVID and speaking there again. And that's going to be for a group of people in vocational rehabilitation throughout the state. We're going to be talking about diversity, but from a voc rehab perspective. And so that takes place on the 18th of November in Houston, Texas. And so we're at it, man. We're out here doing what we do, trying to make a difference. These conferences are nice because it gives me a chance to speak to a large group of people and share a pretty solid, concrete message around this topic. And again, if you ever are looking to bring someone into your organization to speak to your leaders or coach or anything of nature on this topic, that's my website. But just wanted to update you on a few conferences we're going to be doing. Again, Wisconsin Works next week on the 26th. And then we're going to be doing the Career Path Services in the state of Washington, the 27th. And then on the 18th of November, we're going to be at the Texas Workforce Commission's Conference, working on diversity, equity, inclusion from a vocational rehabilitation standpoint. So that's all I got today. Didn't have a lot to share. Just wanted to mention that if you're a part of it, we look forward to you. If you're not and you can be a part of it, join, become a part of it. The Career Path Services is a private event, but I think the other two events are open to the public. So hopefully I'll see or interact with you there. Again, the Texas Workforce Commission's Conference on November 7th, 18th. And then next week, Wisconsin Works. You may want to look it up if you're in Wisconsin and their conference on the 26th. So I really like, the fact that we're able to have impact the way that we do. And hey, Kathy, how you doing? Hope all is well with you. And, honored that these conferences year after year after year keep inviting us back to be able to share a depth of knowledge with people, the many people that they employ, and then other agencies and organizations that's a part of the network. So that's all I got for today. Hope all is well. Have a great day. And if you're participating in some of these events, hope to see you there. Take care. Bye-bye.